We have the chance to write history again. The team has the chance to just prepare and pull out something spectacular for a fan base which has suffered a lot, for a fan base which deserves this, for a fan base which has never abandoned the team whatsoever. It's one of those moments where the players, the manager, and everyone is going to work together to write history again and qualify for that final, second consecutive European final in Budapest the 31st of May. This final means the world to everybody who's a Roma fan. This game, in fact, we can't speak about finals because we've got a semi-final to focus on. This game on Thursday means so much to every Roma fan. If you know any Roma fans, ask them what this game means to you. And this game means everything. This game means so much when it comes to the word history, because obviously we're not used to this. This game means so much for the legacy of this team. This game means so much also to kind of stick it up Lazio's fans and, just show them that we're superior. This is the game which everybody's looking for, and after this game, again, I'm going to say it again, I've said this so many times since the stream started in the space of 2 minutes, we can write history again. After that Conference League win last season, we can do it all over again. And everybody wants to relive those moments, starting from me. That 25th of May, winning that final in Tirana in Albania. The next day, the entire city of Rome, every single Roma fan, waking up that day, going to the Colosseum, waiting for the bus. All those images, it's just something which, to be fair, feels like a dream. And to be fair, if somebody would have said at the start of the season, you are very close, but not there yet, in repeating all of what happened the last time we played a final, I would have gone, what the hell are you talking about? Seeing how our Europa League campaign started with a loss in Bulgaria against Ludogorets Razgrad. It was my birthday, 8th of September, first Europa League game of the season against Ludogorets. We lost that game. And we started the campaign really badly. And our group stage was a terrible group stage. Our group stage was, we got second in that group stage. We lost against Ludogorets. We lost at home against Betis. It really, if we look back at those days, which feels like 20 years ago, by the way, you're like, how the hell? If you look at that group stage and you look at where we are now, you're like, how? The things don't connect well together. How is that possible? We've come through a long way. We've beaten Ludogorets Razgrad to qualify second. Then we played the playoffs against Salzburg, lost the first leg, came back in the second leg 2-0 against Real Sociedad. An incredible first leg, won 2-0 and then kept it solid in the second leg. Then we faced our rivals, Feyenoord, lost in the first leg, came back in the second leg. Then in the semi-finals we had Bayer Leverkusen. We won the first leg, we have an advantage. It's giving us Real Sociedad vibes. We have to defend it, because if we do it, if we qualify for that final, everybody here can party. Regarding whether we will win that Europa League or not win that Europa League, the second we reach that final, in fact, the second we reach this semi-final, I have understood how proud I am of this team. Nobody would have predicted this. And if we even qualify for that final, regarding of whether we win it or lose it, this team has underwent an insane layer of cohesion and unity. And that's the reason why we are playing in a semi-final of the Europa League and we have a chance of qualifying for the final. Because if the same team that played the group stage played these games, we would have never won. From that group stage to the playoff games, a lot changed. There was a World Cup in between, and during that World Cup break, everybody felt more united altogether. Everybody felt more like, we have the means to do this. We can pull it again. We can do it again. What we just have to do is believe in all we do. And that's exactly what the lads did, what the manager created, what the players did. And now we are in this position where we are one step away. Feels so close, but yet so far away to qualify for that final, the 31st of May. Look, match preview. Let's start with them. We've spoken about them last week, so I don't really want to repeat the same things I said last week. A few updates on them. I'm gonna say a few things on how they will approach this game. I'm also gonna share a few things on their injuries, because the game against us, they had a few injuries. Now, Endrick is out for the season. He got injured against us, I believe. Yes, did he get injured against us? Andrick, yeah, somebody. Yeah, he got injured. He's out for the season. Kusunu got injured and he's out for the season. And then also Bellarabi is out for the season and won't be playing Thursday's game. So they've got 3 players missing. They've got talent in their team, and we've seen this in the first leg. They created some trouble, but they weren't that great of a team. I think we defended well, and we have to defend exceptionally well in this game. They've got good individuals. They play fast football, but as we've seen in the first leg, if we play concentrated, if we block all of their paths and don't allow them to play counter-attacking football, then they are a bang average side. Diaby, Wirtz, Azmoun and Adli are the best players. Their defense isn't amazing, and especially in this game, they are not going to play well in defense, because they're going to focus on scoring those goals and re-equilibrating everything. So they will definitely shift more of attention to the attack, which means that if we hit them with counterattacks, we could bag the goals. And if we bag the goals, we could win Thursday's game. And if we win Thursday's game, it would be even better than drawing Thursday's game, just to give our heart a little bit of a break. But yeah, I mean, look, the difference in their performance on from last week to this week is very, very simple. Schick is out too. Thank you very much. The difference is very simple. Last week, they came trying to defend the game, because then they knew that if they even bagged a draw in the first leg, they could bring it back in Germany and maybe win and come back and just win. We scored a goal, and therefore we forced them to attack in the last 30 minutes of the game. Their approach to this Thursday's game is going to be the opposite. They are going to find, and they are, look, not they're going to find, but they will want to find a very early goal. They will want to find a goal in the first 20 to 30 minutes. This is why the first half an hour, 40 minutes of Thursday's game is crucial. The concentration of our players in the first 30 to 35 minutes, the first half, let's say, on Thursday is going to be crucial. From those 30 minutes, we will identify if we will play that final or not. If they put us on a lot of pressure, they've got all of their stadium to kind of incite them to score. We have to relax. The trick on Thursday is relax. We have an advantage, and we have to defend that advantage, and therefore we will be playing defensive football. But if we have a chance to score or to attack, we will not hesitate. Because if we even score a goal, the situation changes from this to this. So, look, it's going to be a miracle. It's going to be a very hard mission to keep a clean sheet on Thursday. But I think we've shown this season that we're a very good defensive side. Bayer Leverkusen's approach is going to be a fast approach, pressure approach, and momentum approach, which they're going to try and hunt us down, just like what we tried to do against Feyenoord in the second leg. We desperately tried to find a very early goal, and Feyenoord defended very well in the first 30 minutes. Then, when we scored a goal, and then they equalized that game, and the score was 1-1, they thought that they were in a final, and they lost concentration, and we brought it to extra time, and we won that game. We have to copy his Feyenoord performance just in the 30 minutes. Feyenoord played a good defensive game in the first half against us. We have to copy that. We're better than Feyenoord in defense, regarding whether Smalling or non-Smalling will be back. Cristante has proved himself that he's a great defender, even though he's not a defender. Which moves on to my predicted 11. The few question marks, the question marks are very simple. Dybala and Smalling. Both are training partially with the group leading to Thursday. Especially today. Dybala today trained partially with the group, and Smalling too, meaning that they had some sessions with the group, but they had some individual sessions as well. We can't really say if after this statement they are going to start from the very first minute. I am reading that Mourinho's objective on Thursday is to start Dybala in the first minute, from the first minute, to try and bag an early goal. Because Mourinho knows himself that, yes, we got to defend, but if we bag a goal, the situation completely changes. And the final would be steps closer. I am reading that Mourinho wants to try Dybala from the first minute, and he wants to try Smalling from the bench. Meaning, in pressurized moments of the game, where we are feeling the pressure, in those trigger moments of the game, in the last 20 minutes, for example, where Feyenoord, let's say it's 0-0, and in the last 20 minutes Feyenoord need a goal, add more defensive layers, and you put Smalling in. Smalling's been running well. He's been training partially with the group, but his fitness is coming back. He's been running well, which is good. So both of them have got question marks. I think it's gonna be very hard to see Smalling start from the very start of the game. Again, I'm not completely excluding it, but from what I'm gathering, Smalling is not going to start from the very first minute, but Smalling is going to be on the bench and he's going to be available for this game. Gini is back completed. Obviously, he played against Bologna this weekend. Dybala has got a question mark, but he will definitely have an impact to this game. Whether it will be from the start or mid-game, he's going to play the game. And then we also have El Shaarawy, who after the Bayer Leverkusen first leg, Mourinho said it was a 50-50 chance that El Shaarawy was going to be back. We don't have many news on El Shaarawy, meaning I don't know his situation, but obviously he's not been training with the group. So if you're not training with the group, you can't be ready for the game. It means that he's been training under low intensity, and Thursday's game is going to be very high intensity. The trick to Thursday's game is this. It's the head. And what keeps me very faithful is that our manager is very good at handling mindset and approach, because he is one of the most experienced managers out there. Concentration is the most important thing. But let's move on to the predicted 11, and then I'll share a few last words. Rui Patricio in goal. Ibanez, Cristante and Mancini in defence. 3 defenders at the back. Again, maybe Smalling plays, but I highly doubt he'll start from the very first minute. 4 midfielders. I'm putting Cilic. Now, Cilic did have a little problem against Bologna, but apparently he's back. He's available for this game, and I would rather have Cilic because I think he has a better defensive approach than Zalewski, who I think focuses more on the attack. And when he focuses too much on the attack, then he becomes a very high liability in defence. Cilic is coming from good performances, so I don't mind seeing him. And look, to be fair, if you know me very well, I really don't like Cilic. So Cilic starts on one side, Spina starts on the other side, rested 90 minutes against Bologna. He is ready for this game. He's ready to keep Frimpong's and Diaby's wing, just like he did in the first leg. If we pocket them two, Feyenoord are not going to cause any problems. And then in the middle, I've gone with Gini and Matic. You see, I love Bove, and Bove is having a great moment, and Bove scored what's called up to now the winning goal. But I think the reason why Bove started on last Thursday is because Gini wasn't fit. When Gini is fit and Bove is when both of them are fit in a semi-final of your European tournament, in the second leg of a semi-final of a European tournament, you tend to follow with experience rather than youth. And I know Bove scored a goal against Bayer Leverkusen, and he's living a great moment because everybody's loving him right now. But I just think experience counts. And look at it. Look at the difference in our midfield if we start with Gini and Matic. Gini and Matic are probably the 2 most experienced players out there. If we have them playing next to each other, then we have some reassurances regarding of Gini being 100% fit or not. Matic has to start and will start. Gini, I think, will start, and Bove will come on from the bench. He will bring that intensity which will be needed in the second leg. But look, Gini has lived through many of these moments with Liverpool. In fact, in that comeback 4-0 against Barcelona, he scored the 2 goals. And if it wasn't for him Liverpool would have never won that Champions League. So maybe he can do it again. You see what I mean? He knows these moments. I think Gini will start. Up front, I'm putting Dybala in just because it's such an important game. That's yes. I don't want to risk him because we've got more important games if we qualify for the final. But at the same time, we've got this obstacle to go through before the final. And we need the best players out there. And Dybala played the 20 minutes. He played 20 minutes against Leverkusen last week. He's had an entire full week to reset. I actually think Dybala could play at least one half. And I am choosing him from the first half. I'm putting Dybala, but I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't start. If he doesn't start, then Gini and Pellegrini will play up front, and Bove and Matic will play in the middle. And then, Pellegrini next to him and Tammy up front. Belotti is having a terrible moment, so I'd rather have Tammy up front. That's the way I see it. I think Tammy, yes, both of them are bagging the goals, but look, and also I think Tammy's more of an international European tournament player than Belotti. Belotti puts that physical battle in, which may be needed in this game to waste some time, but I don't know. I just feel like if we bag a goal on Thursday, everybody can have a breather. Because the second we score a goal on Thursday, they are forced to score 2 goals. And 2 goals against our defence, which is a solid defence, is hard. So I just hope and dream and pray that we score an early goal. Which is not going to happen because we're going to defend. But if we do defend, oh my God, our heart can have a little breather. But yeah, I'm putting Tammy up front. And I think Tammy will start because he rested against Bologna. He played the last 20 minutes. So he'll be ready for this game. But yeah, look, as I said at the start, I'm already feeling the pressure for this game. It's now or never. It's now or never. We will probably, the next time we'll probably see Roma in a semi-final with one of the 2 feet in the final because we won the first we won the first leg. The next time I'm going to see such a moment and live such a moment is going to take a lot of time. Now, don't get me wrong. I would have said the same thing last season when we won the Conference League. When we won the Conference League, one of the few things which I said was the next time I'm going to live one of these moments is going to be in about 20 years. And everybody got proved wrong because the following year we are in a semi-final with one of our 2 feet in the final. And maybe it can happen again next season. But obviously, we can't pull miracles every season. And we have such a big chance to show everyone that we're a big club. To show everyone, and just because the fan base and everybody deserves this. Everybody deserves this. From the players to the manager, to the Roma badge. Everybody, every aspect of this club deserves this. And we are in such a big chance. We've got such a big chance. We've fought to be in such a big chance. We've got 2 games remaining to lift that trophy. But it feels like 20 games remaining because the importance of these next 2 European games is immense. But look, step by step, match preview today, Mourinho's press conference tomorrow, and the live watch along on Thursday. If you haven't already, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much for the support in the comments, everyone. I really appreciate it. You prefer start with Bove or Gini? I'm choosing Gini in this one. This is a good channel. I think will grow fast. Thank you very much, mate. If Tammy doesn't score a hat-trick, Roma may hire to... If Tammy doesn't score a hat-trick, Roma may hire to some girls to boost Tammy. But yeah, I'm going to catch you soon. If you aren't already... let me mute this. And then I'm going to catch you soon. Click all over the things below. Simon, out.